Imagine walking through life surrounded by people you trust, only to realize that some of them might be hiding a dark secret, one that is far more dangerous than you could ever imagine. What if I told you that witchcraft isn't just something from ancient stories or movies? It's real, and it could be closer than you think. In fact, it might be lurking in your very own circles, in your neighborhood, or even in your own home. There are subtle signs, whispers in the shadows, that reveal when someone is operating under the spirit of witchcraft. But these signs are not always what you expect. They're not just about strange rituals or creepy symbols. Sometimes they hide in plain sight, cloaked in charm, manipulation, and fear. Today, we're about to pull back the veil and dive deep into 7 unmistakable signs that someone around you might be practicing witchcraft. From their unsettling behavior to the strange ways they influence your life, these signs will leave you questioning the true nature of the people you thought you knew. So, if you've ever felt an eerie vibe or wondered why certain individuals seem to have power over you in ways that can't be explained, stay with me. By the end of this, you'll know exactly what to look for, and trust me, it's not what you think. Sign 1, they display unexplainable charisma. There are some people whose mere presence seems to captivate everyone around them. It's like an invisible force pulls you toward them, making it hard to resist their charm. But here's the twist. What if that magnetic pull isn't all it seems? Individuals operating under the spirit of witchcraft often possess this unexplainable charisma. It's as if they have an almost supernatural ability to attract people, to make you feel instantly comfortable and drawn to them. Their charm can be so intense, it almost feels like you're under a spell, completely unaware that their influence is being used against you. What makes this so dangerous is that their charisma is often masked by an air of trustworthiness and warmth. You might find yourself opening up to them, confiding in them, thinking you've found a friend or ally. But as time passes, you begin to sense that something is off. Deep down, you might notice that while they seem caring, there's a hidden agenda beneath the surface. People who operate under witchcraft know exactly how to manipulate others by using their charm as a tool. They don't need spells or incantations to get what they want. Their influence alone is enough to control and shape the people around them. Whether it's gaining trust, convincing you to follow their advice, or subtly swaying your decisions, their charisma is the perfect weapon. So, the next time someone in your life exudes that magnetic energy, ask yourself, is it genuine, or is there something darker at play beneath that charming exterior? Pay close attention, because the true intentions of someone with this kind of power are not always as innocent as they seem. Sign 2, they have an overwhelming desire for control. They walk into a room and immediately it feels like the air shifts. You can't put your finger on it, but there's an undeniable presence. It's the kind of energy that makes you feel like you're being watched, like every move you make is somehow being guided or even controlled. People who operate under the influence of witchcraft are often consumed by a need for control. It's not always overt, but their thirst for dominance can seep into every conversation, decision, and interaction. At first, it may seem harmless, a small suggestion here, a gentle push there, but before you know it, they've subtly maneuvered themselves into the center of every situation, making sure that their desires and outcomes take precedence over everyone else's. In social settings, they'll weave themselves into the fabric of conversations, steering topics to align with their needs, desires, or agendas. In family dynamics, they subtly manipulate emotions, making others feel obligated to comply with their demands. At work, they may present themselves as indispensable, subtly controlling tasks, schedules, or group decisions, all the while masking their true intentions. Their desire for control isn't always obvious. It's often hidden behind a smile, a compliment, or a well-timed word of advice. But there's a tension beneath the surface, a quiet expectation that you'll fall in line with their will. Over time, this constant manipulation can begin to erode your sense of autonomy. What was once a group decision now feels like something you had no choice but to agree to. It's not about open confrontation. It's about quiet, calculated moves that leave you questioning your own choices. Recognizing this subtle control is key. When you begin to feel like you're losing your ability to choose or think independently, you may just be under the influence of someone who is using their witchcraft spirit to manipulate and dominate. Sign 3. They constantly seem to be in conflict. Chaos seems to follow them wherever they go, like a storm that never stops raging. People influenced by witchcraft often live in a whirlwind of conflict, and it's not by accident. Internally, they're torn apart by the forces they serve, constantly battling their own darkness. Externally, they create turmoil in the lives of those around them, seemingly drawing chaos into every situation they touch. Whether it's personal, professional, or social, drama and discord are never far behind. These individuals are not victims of circumstance. Instead, they seem to perpetuate conflict wherever they go, weaving webs of tension, misunderstanding, and strife. Relationships, whether with family, friends, or colleagues, are often marked by unresolved issues and emotional chaos. They never take responsibility for the mess they leave behind. Instead, they deflect, deny, or blame others. The most unsettling part? Their constant drama often serves a deeper, more sinister purpose. This ongoing conflict is not simply a byproduct of poor decisions or bad luck. It's a calculated distraction. By keeping everyone's focus on their chaotic life, they divert attention away from their true motives, allowing their manipulative and controlling behavior to slip under the radar. It's as if the chaos around them creates a shield, hiding their true intentions and allowing them to operate without suspicion. It's important to note that those who live in this perpetual state of conflict are not just stirring up trouble for fun. They're using it as a tool to control, distract, and manipulate. They thrive in the turmoil, feeding off the emotional energy it creates. While others are caught in the whirlwind, they quietly pull the strings, ensuring that no one sees them for who they truly are. So if you notice someone in your life who seems to be perpetually surrounded by conflict, always at the center of drama, it might not be coincidence. It's a tactic, and it's a sign that something much darker could be at play. Sign 4. They display a distorted sense of empathy. It all who show kindness do so with good intentions. There's a certain type of person who can make you believe they care deeply about your struggles, your pain, your life, only to later realize their empathy was a carefully crafted performance. This is one of the most deceptive signs that someone around you may be operating under the influence of witchcraft. They display a distorted sense of empathy. On the surface, they seem like the most understanding, compassionate person you know. They listen to your problems with rapt attention, offer comfort in times of need, and make you feel seen in ways others don't. But here's the catch. This empathy is never truly about you. It's always about them. Beneath the surface of their comforting words lies a hidden agenda, a deep-seated need to manipulate, control, or gain something in return. They are masters of making you feel vulnerable enough to open up to them, drawing you into a web of emotional dependence. Their empathy isn't a genuine desire to help. It's a carefully calculated strategy to earn your trust and keep you hooked. What's more disturbing is that they often exaggerate their ability to understand your pain. They mirror your emotions, almost as though they can feel exactly what you're going through, but it's all a performance. Their goal is to make you feel safe enough to confide in them, leaving you wide open to their manipulation. And once they have that trust, it's no longer about mutual connection. It's about gaining control over you, bending you to their will. So, the next time someone seems a little too empathetic, a little too understanding, take a step back. Are they really concerned about you, or are they just setting the stage for their next move? Sign 5. They are obsessed with secrecy and privacy. They thrive in the shadows, guarding their secrets as though their very existence depends on it. There's an unsettling pattern in the lives of those who operate under the influence of witchcraft, an obsession with secrecy and privacy that goes beyond the ordinary. It's not about keeping a personal life private. It's about creating an impenetrable wall between themselves and the world around them. Why such secrecy, you might ask? The answer lies in control. For these individuals, maintaining privacy isn't a choice, it's a weapon. By controlling what others know about them, they can shape the narrative, keeping their true intentions hidden and out of sight. It's a clever strategy that allows them to operate freely, manipulate situations, and protect their darker practices from being uncovered. The more you don't know about them, the more power they have over you. They become experts at managing the information they share, revealing just enough to maintain a false sense of normalcy, but never enough to truly expose who they are. Their lives may seem perfect from the outside, but there are layers and rules that they don't allow anyone to break. They will go to great lengths to keep certain areas of their existence off limits, whether it's a specific room in their home or an event they refuse to talk about. These are the boundaries they create, not to protect their privacy, but to safeguard their secrets. This constant withholding is a deliberate act designed to make you question what's real and what's not. The more they hide, the more control they exert over the situation, leaving you vulnerable to their hidden agenda. In a world full of information, they will ensure that their darkest truths remain locked away, leaving only mystery and uncertainty in their wake. Sign 6, they possess uncanny timing. Have you ever noticed how some people seem to appear at just the right time, especially when you're at your lowest or most vulnerable? It's as though they always know when you're in need, and suddenly there they are, offering help, guidance, or comfort. But what if this perfect timing isn't a coincidence at all? What if it's part of a hidden agenda, carefully orchestrated to lure you in and take control? Those who are influenced by witchcraft often possess a disturbing ability to show up when you least expect it. They seem to sense your weakest moments, your doubts, your struggles, and before you know it, they're right there beside you, offering solutions that seem just too good to be true. At first, their kindness and concern may seem genuine, but it's all a carefully crafted illusion. The truth is, they aren't there to help. They're there to manipulate. This uncanny timing isn't a stroke of luck. It's part of their strategy. They understand the power of vulnerability. When you're feeling low or unsure, you're more open to influence, and they know how to exploit that. They may step into your life, offering advice that feels like it's coming from a place of genuine concern, but in reality, it's all about gaining control over you. They offer just enough comfort to create a sense of trust, making it easier for them to steer the situation in their favor. Whether it's a well-timed phone call, a random encounter, or an unsolicited piece of advice, these individuals know how to insert themselves into your life at the exact moment they can exert the most influence. It's a dangerous game of manipulation, and if you're not careful, you might find yourself trapped in their web of control without even realizing it. Keep your guard up. This help might not be what it seems. Sign 7. They have a high tolerance for deception. Deception is their game, and they play it better than anyone. When someone operates under the influence of witchcraft, their ability to craft lies is nothing short of an art form. These are not mere white lies or harmless exaggerations. Their fabrications are elaborate, detailed, and convincing, designed not just to mislead, but to manipulate reality itself. People with a high tolerance for deception excel in bending the truth to fit their needs. They create stories so believable that even the most discerning person might find it hard to question their sincerity. It's not about telling a simple lie. It's about weaving a narrative that feels undeniably real, with just enough detail to convince you that it's the truth. They are masters of illusion, skilled in creating an alternate reality where they remain in control, untouched by scrutiny. This level of deception allows them to maneuver situations in their favor, turning the tables when things aren't going their way. By distorting reality, they not only protect themselves from being held accountable, but they also manipulate the people around them to do their bidding. It's as if they have a hidden power to control perception, and once they gain your trust, they use that power to shape your actions and decisions. But it's not just about lying to others. These individuals often lie to themselves too, building a false narrative to justify their actions and maintain their control. This twisted relationship with the truth enables them to avoid guilt and consequences, all while leaving others in the dark about their true nature. If you find yourself surrounded by people who consistently seem to be spinning convincing tales that don't quite add up, be wary. Their lies may be the key to their power, and in a world where deception reigns, recognizing it might just be the first step toward breaking free. As we've explored today, the subtle signs of witchcraft are not always what they seem. These deceptive, controlling behaviors can hide in plain sight, woven into the fabric of everyday life. From a mysterious charm that draws you in to a constant need for control and secrecy, the individuals we encounter might be operating under forces far darker than we realize. Recognizing these signs is the first step to protecting yourself and reclaiming your power. The world may not always be as it appears, but with awareness you can navigate it with wisdom and discernment. Thank you for watching, and I hope this video has opened your eyes to the hidden dangers that may be lurking around you. Remember, the battle is not always seen, but it's real, and with the right knowledge, you can safeguard your life and your peace. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss out on the truth. Stay vigilant, stay protected, and I'll see you in the next video.